What's up trainers, welcome back to a new video, and in today's video we are gonna be diving into the Great League. The team, as you can see on the screen, looks like a very solid team. I haven't been going up in elo this day, it was yesterday, as in the first start of the new rotation, right, you kinda have to find your way into what people are running, what is good against it, stuff like that. And in the last couple of sets I ran this team as I saw a lot of things that were weak on the lead against my lantern, and my backline is there basically just to, if you have a bad lead with your lantern, say swap into that ALTARIA where you can then lure out those Registeals, stuff like that, things that can be in the back that WIGGLYTUFF does bad against as well, and then after that WIGGLYTUFF should shine. So without further ado, let's hop into these matches. Honestly, I had a blast. I went 9-1 and then I had 2-3 negative set where I got basically RPS to win all of those losses, so that was a bit unfortunate. But as I said, 9-1 run with this team, where I'm only gonna show you the first 5, and I will also show you one loss. So we had a Dragonite on the lead, which is obviously not the best but also not the worst, but I would say it is not in our favor. So we're gonna save swap into that ALTARIA as well. We have the answers in the back for the Dragonite, right? So you do want to save swap and just lure out that steel type. So far so good. The plan, the team is just working as it should be. Also, something that you might notice right now is that we are actually taking this mid-game matchup, which is insane. It just gets to show how strong ALTARIA is. I'm not too sure if they would get to a move if they had the debuff with the sky attack there. I do think they will get to move there. Now my opponent has a Lickitung in the back and this game is just over. That's just how strong WIGGLYTUFF is right now in this meta, as there are a lot of Lickitungs and WIGGLYTUFF is very strong against it. And besides that, they're often combined with anything like a pseudo fighter or a just a fighter in general. So stuff like that are just cores that WIGGLYTUFF just completely stretched to part. So here I try to go for a catch onto the ALTARIA with a power whip from my opponent, but my opponent holds on to their energy very well, which is okay. They go for a move here. I'm absolutely fine by that, and they stay swap into Annihilape. So apparently they're so weak against my ALTARIA. That's also something I've noticed these couple of sets, where a lot of times where I save swapped into an ALTARIA, they didn't even have a good answer for it in the back, such as a Bastion or whatsoever. And in general, I actually had some decent play against my opponent with my save swap of ALTARIA. So as you can see right here, I was just calling there a potential Night Slash. They are running Ice Punch, so they take us out there, which is completely fine in this case. Because so far, I feel like they are so weak against a WIGGLYTUFF as well, as they were so weak against my ALTARIA anyways. So I'm just going to hard swap now and give all the shields to my WIGGLYTUFF. First one I'm going to let go. If they go for a second one here, I will start shielding because I do want to preserve some HP, and if they do have anything in the back with fast move pressure, then I do want to preserve that HP just to make sure that they won't be able to farm me down or anything like that, right? So as you can see, they are gonna go for yet another body slam here, and we are going to shield up this move once again, and then afterwards they come in with a Poliwrath, if I wasn't mistaken, if I saw it correctly there. I think it's going to be the Poliwrath in this game, and it is. So that's going to be a GG, very well played, as we will easily outpace them to the move here. And I do think that we actually win CMP as well from the Poliwrath there with our WIGGLYTUFF. So we take them out, and that's going to be a GG, very well played, and we hop on to the next game. So also, as you will see in this this video, I had so many negative leads, and we were still able to come back from them. So here, as you can see, we save swap into a ALTARIA. They stay in. They're gonna go for the Dragon Claw straight away, probably. If they went here for the Brick Break, that would have been actually a bit of a risk, but also a very nice play, as you will get the defense drop, if I'm not mistaken, guaranteed. And they save swap into a, or they reply with a lantern there, which is fine. We can actually output a lot of damage here, and we do get the attack drop. That is huge, because now we might be able to get to another Moonblast, because in general, that's 10% chance, by the way, so you do need to be a bit fortunate there to get that debuff on your opponent's attack. But in general, this is a mid-game or a mid-game matchup where you won't be able to flip. But we are this time. So luck is on our side today, and we have taken switch there. And at this point, this game is over. We have such a hard wall in WIGGLYTUFF with the double super effective charm. So well, I don't know what's called, the mon, is just going to get absolutely shredded apart by the charm damage, right? And then afterwards, the Lickitung. The only thing we need to do here is just get that Lickitung as low as we can. We don't have to build up to a potential Thunderbolt whatsoever bait. They make a nice catch here, but honestly it's not going to matter. That Lickitung is so low and also low on energy right now that we can just easily come in, charm them all the way down the Hakomo, and that's just going to be game GG's, and we hop into the next game. Alrighty, let's see what we have in the next, what the next opponent is going to bring. So far we had the DragoniteLead. I think we had one favorable lead, and now we're gonna face up against a Magnezone. So basically Magnezone just core breaks his whole team, and if you do want to see it somewhere, then you do want to see it on the lead. So far so good. Although, as I said, it core breaks my whole team. So it's not the best Pokemon to see, but we do have some play as we see it on the lead right now. So we're just gonna go for serves as soon as we get there, sort of. I'm gonna throw in the middle of their animation, obviously, so they can't catch. And they're gonna go for the wild charge straight away, so that's a good shield by us. And here I'm gonna overfarm slightly, and then we're gonna swap into that Gligar. Because if Gligar gets ahead too far on energy, they will be able to outpace you to multiple aerial aces where they can actually flip switch. And I don't want the Magnezone aligned to my WIGGLYTUFF in the back, because that would be kind of detrimental, although I do think, I'm not too sure if we can farm them down in the HP range that they are right now with charm. So as you can see, we're just going to farm up all the way to, well, as much as we dare, and just before they reach another potential aerial ace, and we do get the Dragon Breath through, so that's huge. And now my opponent sends in their final Pokemon, which is going to be the Goodra, which is a nice pick, very strong Pokemon right now, but we have an answer in the back, and this game is over. There's just nothing they can do, as we also reach another move there, and they decide to shield. Now we can just show our final Pokemon. We snipe with the serve there, as they were in the middle of their fast move animation of the Volt Switch, so we can just easily get that serve off, and this game is over. GG, and we hop into the next game. Alrighty, next game. In the next game we face against a Hakomo-o once again. So we get the answers for it in the back. Let's see how my opponent decides to play this one. Are they going to do the same thing, or are they gonna, well, they're gonna stay in as well, go for a Dragon Claw, which I think is a decent play. I don't know, I'm not too sure on my counts on the Hakomo-o, so I don't know if they would be at a brick break right there as well. So far things aren't looking the best, right? We got a hard counter on the lead, and we get hard countered on the safe swap as well. So, or hard countered, but they got Stone Edge, so they're gonna take us out here. I'm not gonna shield, because you do need to preserve your shields for your WIGGLYTUFF, at least one, so you will be able to shield whatever move they have in the back. And at this point, as you can see, we are doing absolutely no damage against our opponent. Where we have to go for a serve here, just do as much damage as quick as possible, get this thing low, because this is a kind of a wall against my charm user in the back. So as long as this mon is gone, I'm hoping that they have something in the back where WIGGLYTUFF can actually do well against. And if that's going to be the case, the Hakomo-o, we can't count it as a mon, as we just have such a hard wall for that in WIGGLYTUFF that doesn't count, right? If as soon as we show it, they're gonna safe swap, and as you can see, they have a Feraligatr. A Feraligatr has the move, or fast move, Shadow Claw, which does absolutely no damage. So that means that they need to get to 3 Hydros here. We got 1 shield, they won't get to 3, and that means that we're gonna win this game once again. So even though we had a tough lead, we had a tough safe swap, we were able to, well, win this game, and they still had 2 shields left. So that's going to be a GG, very well played. So I had a 5-0 set, climbing back up to the 2500s, a bit above, which is nice. I will be using this team probably the rest of the week, maybe switch it a bit up if I see some different leads, and then I will do showcase that next team as well, just like always. And I do want to add this last battle. just because this is going to be an L, a bit of a spoiler alert, but doesn't really matter too much. The thing is, this was one of the battles in the negative set where I went 2-3, but it just gets to showcase how this team works, right? You say swap, and I think what you can do better in this game specifically is maybe farm up to a Surf. Therefore, if you come back in with your Lantern here, you will be able to win CMP tie from whatever steel type that will be in the back. Maybe even farm up to a potential, what's it called, Thunderbolt, and then you will be able to have just a move ready to, well, to probably win CMP tie against a Bastion. I don't know if you win it from a Registeel from the top of my head, to be honest, but as you can see, right now would have been very advantageous for us, because it might also just take a shield from your opponent, since they do want to get that energy off. Now, they're gonna go for yet another Stone Edge here, which is fine, but that just gets to showcase that this team has some decent play against those hard walls, which you will face, obviously. And I think what I could have done better here is, well, probably store a move before swapping out straight away. But those are things you have to consider during a match, right? Do you think you have to swap straight away and go for that ABB line strategy? Do you want to preserve some? Do you want to preserve less HP on your first lead Pokemon, and that way you will be able to get a move and maybe store it? Stuff like that are things you have to consider by using, well, a team in general, and also for this team it is very helpful. So they have a, well, very neutralizing Pokemon in the back, where, well, we don't have a hard answer for it in Wigglytuff. They're just going to debuff our attack by, well, one stage every time they throw an Icy Wind, which is a bit unfortunate. I am going to go for the harder move now, hoping that they won't shield, but they're going to shield anyways. And here I make a mistake, I think, by looking just at the game, even though it's not going to matter. I don't think it's going to matter. I think the biggest mistake maybe was that I didn't have a move sword, so this was kind of a hard game anyways, but we take those as well. And it was just more of a showcase to you trainers on how to, well, how this team kind of works, right? So, showed that in the first game as well with the Registeel. I think that was the best example where we actually got the clutch as well. So without further ado, hope you guys trainers enjoyed this video. Honestly, I would highly recommend you using this team, as there are so many Lickitungs and, well, cores like Lickitung, Fighter, Lickitung, whatever, where just Wigglytuff is so strong. And with the safe swap of Altaria, you can actually put in the work, as a lot of trainers weren't prepared for it today. So I'm expecting, well, I don't expect a lot of trainers to be. So if you got any questions or whatsoever, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll see you trainers in the next one. Peace.